In today's video, I want to run you guys through a really cool new post-apocalyptic semi-open world RPG that's been announced for the PlayStation 4. It's called Death Trash. A Steam page is already up and we got quite a bit of information on the game, and I do want to highlight everything you need to know about that game because it does look quite good. Also, a PlayStation 4 exclusive and VR exclusive, Marvel's Iron Man VR is soaring to PlayStation VR on February 28, 2020, so we'll talk a little bit about that. The famed studio in CyberConnect 2 is teasing a brand new anime game in development, and that's pretty notable considering they've worked on some great games in the past and some great anime licenses as well. So we'll highlight that, and also Gamefly has got a really good deal on Rage 2. We'll cover that at the end of this video. But first up, I want to talk all about Death Trash, which is a post-apocalyptic semi-open world RPG where cosmic horrors crave humanity but meets punks with shotguns. An action RPG with combat, stealth, and multiple choice dialogue, contains some gore, puke, and tentacles. Again, Death Trash is a semi-open world single-player RPG with handcrafted levels, a grotesque story campaign, and optional split-screen co-op, so that's really nice. And what you're gonna notice immediately is that this is another game that really does employ that pixel graphics art style. Some people are gonna be all over it. For other people, not gonna really be their cup of tea. However, for someone like me, it is really up my alley. The game features real-time gameplay with ranged and melee combat, stealth, multiple choice dialogue, an inventory full of items and flesh worms, a crafting system, and social skills like pickpocketing and puking. You'll travel through the gritty post-apocalyptic wasteland by world map and explore hand-painted organic locations. You'll meet exciting characters, talk to the flash cracking, visit the puke bar, or pickpocket stuff from that old naked guy. Customize your own character through stats and making choices, experience the story and discover side quests, fight against machines and larger-than-life monsters, or become their friend. The game contains many features supporting player freedom, manual save games, dialogue that can be left at any time, kill everyone or hardly kill anyone. You've got single player and multiplayer. However, the main focus is the immersive single player campaign, but the game contains an optional split-screen co-op mode where the second player can drop in and drop out at any time during the campaign. The second player has their own character, stats, inventory, but shared quest progress. Both players are restricted to the same location but can explore that separately. Movement on the world map is shared. Please understand that we have at this point no resources to also add network coding to the game, so online play might be a little bit difficult to implement, but we'll see how the game turns out. And as far as the story, humans traveled to the stars and some of them settled on the planet Nexus with its ancient secrets of stone and flesh. The machines were installed as protectors, but they were corrupted and brought terror. You are a raider among the ruins of the past, but fate might lead you to the bleeding head oracle, the ever-growing heart, and towards a war with the machines, giving you the power to mend or destroy. Again, a rather interesting game. I think what this really comes down to is what this game is going to be priced at. If it's anything more than like $20, I think they're making a mistake, but if it's at $20 or less, it could be a rather captivating title, and really it comes down to the content in the game, how captivating it is, and if it is going to be an engrossing experience. It's coming early 2020 in the form of Steam Early Access. A PlayStation 4 release is going to follow upon that, but considering it is coming early access before you even buy it on the PS4, you're going to have a general idea of how the game turns out. So that's definitely nice. This is a game that I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on. It is being done by developer Crafting Legends, and at this point we don't have like a large idea of what they're really capable of, but Death Trash could be the game that really puts them on the map. We'll see come 2020. Alright, moving on from that, Marvel's Iron Man VR is soaring to PlayStation VR on February 28th, 2020, so this just got officially announced by lead writer over at Camouflage, Brendan Murphy. And he noted, "Hi everyone, I'm Brendan Murphy, lead writer on Marvel's Iron Man VR. I'm pleased to be the one to announce that Marvel's Iron Man VR is releasing exclusively for PlayStation VR on February 28th. With my colleagues at Camouflage, we've spent the past 3 years creating the ultimate Iron Man game for PlayStation VR from day one. We've had our work cut out for us. Not only do we need to deliver incredible superhero action and flying in VR, but we had to pair that with a heartfelt original story about Tony Stark. With Marvel's Iron Man VR, we approached our big story moments with humor, heart, and suspense, attributes that map perfectly with Tony Stark given that fact that the game is built from the ground up for VR. We doubled down on the storytelling strengths of virtual reality. This means putting the player in the shoes of Tony Stark literally, as players embody Tony, interact with the world, choose some dialogue beats, and live his life in and out of the armor. Lastly, we sought to leverage this sense of presence in VR by populating the game with iconic Marvel characters to interact with. Crafting a story that can only be told in VR requires heavy iteration. Central to that process was teaming up with the creative director of Marvel Games, Bill Rossman, who encouraged us to think big and differently about the game's narrative and provided terrific guidance for how to fashion an authentic Tony Stark experience. More recently, we've also paired with famed Marvel writer Christos Gage to help with some additional writing and sprinkling in some fun Marvelness into the script. The story has gone through many iterations, yet early on we landed on the idea that hacker villain Ghost should be Marvel's Iron Man VR's headlining antagonist. Ghost is an all-time classic Iron Man supervillain, starting from the character's first appearance in Iron Man 219. This formidable adversary continues to challenge Iron Man through multiple arcs such as Inevitable and Unholy Ghost. In our game, Ghost is a great foil for Tony Stark. She not only holds a grudge against our hero, but holds a mirror up to him. As a witness to the damage caused by Stark-made weapons years earlier, Ghost fights against the Iron Man is both ideological and personal. Because of Ghost, our complex and fascinating hero must reconcile his troubled past both on and off the battlefield. In addition to announcing the release date, there's also a variety of different editions available. You've got the standard edition, which will be at a budget price point of $39.99, available both physically and digitally. And then you do have the digital deluxe edition, which will be $49.99. That'll include the Marvel's Iron Man game, 4 deluxe edition deco armors, 12 research points, Marvel Iron Man VR digital deluxe soundtrack, and digital deluxe edition Iron Man PS4 theme. Pre-order any of these at your favorite retailer and receive a code good to download the following at launch: 4 custom armor decos, as well as Marvel's Iron Man VR dynamic PS4 theme. A dynamic Iron Man theme would be pretty cool to deck out your PS4. I know that this isn't the Iron Man game a lot of you guys want. A lot of you would want an Iron Man game with the budget values of, say, Marvel Spider-Man and a big studio helming the project. However, a VR experience could be very cool, and we want quality built from the ground up VR experiences. A lot of the time, Sony would release these platforms like a PlayStation Vita or a PlayStation Move. They'd support it for a little bit, and then they drop off the face of existence. With the case of PlayStation VR, they've stayed rather committed. They continue to release compelling games, and Marvel's Iron Man definitely has the potential to be one just like that. Alright, next up, CyberConnect 2 President and CEO Hiroshi Matsuyama has teased the development of a new anime-based game like Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm in the latest episode of the Hiroshi Q&A YouTube video series. He was asked a question: if you were to make another anime game series like the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm games, what anime would you choose? Matsuyama responded, "I can't answer that. The reason being that we already have an idea and have begun developing it. So, well, when the timing is right, I'm sure the new project we are working on will be announced. Please look forward to that day. We are doing what we've been wanting to do." If it's an anime game, I'm led to believe that it's one of the major shonen anime, whether it be a Black Clover. My Hero Academia is already being done by Bandai Namco and My Hero One's Justice, so I don't think they're gonna do another game like that. The idea to do something with 7 Deadly Sins is definitely possible, or they could go back to Dot Hack. I know Dot Hack generally isn't considered an anime at this point. I know there was a couple of anime series, but Dot Hack is something we definitely want to see a comeback to, and I think at some point it will make a comeback. It seemed like Dot Hack GU Last Recode did pretty well from a commercial standpoint, so hopefully CyberConnect 2 goes back to that at some point. But right now, just speculation. Whatever the case may be, CyberConnect 2 did a really good job with the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm games. I mean, at the end of the day, anime games are only going to be of a certain quality level, but I thought Naruto Storm was rather good with all of its entries, and Storm 4 was a really good outing for the franchise and a conclusion to the Naruto Storm series. Kind of unfortunate to see it end because it was so consistently good, but nonetheless, it had to end at some point, and we went through the entirety of the Naruto anime series, and we even got another game series in Naruto Strikers, so it's not like Naruto is disappearing from the video game realm. But as far as Naruto Storm goes, it seems like they did everything they possibly could with it. Maybe down the line we'll see a reemergence of it, but for now, it is good to take a little bit of a break with it. And lastly, I do want to note to you guys a really good deal available for Rage 2 over at GameFly. It is down to $17.99. Really good deal for Rage 2, a game that I wasn't all too high on. I thought it had a lot of issues. Yes, the gameplay was rather good, but I wouldn't say it was excellent. The story is pretty terrible. The open world is decent. Was not worth a full $59.99, but now it's just $17.99. It's definitely a good buy, so I'll leave a link to that in the description box below. It is a GameFly copy, so it's a used copy that's been rented out, but I've bought games from GameFly before. You get free shipping. They always work really well, so you've got nothing to worry about on that. And then for $18, I would say that Rage 2 is definitely worth a buy. Definitely not worth $60, but at a third of that original price point, definitely worth a buy. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, let me know your thoughts on the post-apocalyptic semi-open world RPG Death Trash. That's been announced for PS4, and it's coming in early 2020. Marvel's Iron Man VR is coming to PlayStation VR February 28, 2020. I think that game could end up surprising a lot of people and end up being a marquee VR title. It's of a notable IP like Iron Man that could gain some traction. It's coming out a week after Last of Us Part 2, however, and right before Final Fantasy VII Remake, so it's really dropping at an inopportune time, but this is a game that I feel like is generally going to cater towards some people. If you have VR and you're a fan of Iron Man, it's probably an insta-buy, so I think it'll definitely resonate with some people. And CyberConnect 2 is developing some sort of new anime game, whatever that is. I'm pretty excited given their track record of high-quality games. And lastly, Rage 2 said, $17.99 over at GameFly. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.